how's it going? It's Miyako from Japan. Welcome back to my channel. I'm live from Fukuoka Prefecture, Japan. How are you guys doing? Are you guys awake? Wide awake? I'm facing the other way around. I am usually, for the past couple of times, I was behind this drawing because there's a kitchen and the counter. I'm on the other side. I'm sitting on our couch. Cozy. Hopefully. あれ全体交換にしたっけ？してるよね。見える？変えたっけさっきセッティング。でも1になってる。あ、大丈夫？見えるね。あ、よかった。なんか微妙に見えるな。微妙に見えるからもうちょっと近づけるか。Come closer 微妙に端っこが見えたからさ、これでいいかな。 Good 顔がでかいけど Okay, just settling down because I'm sitting on a different place today. Still, I have to, like, I'm very close, but hi from Sweden. Hello, thanks for coming. It's good to see you again. Oh hi, oh hi. Do you see my new guy here? Capybara, pretty bear is here. He's too short. Okay, anyway, how are you guys doing? Wait, is this the Japanese language live stream? No, 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 sorry. My husband is sitting right there, so I was talking to him too. Yes, how are you? Ta-da! I haven't read the newspaper yet today, but I did have it for you. Ta-da! Sanae Takaichi with Starmer or Starmer from the UK. I didn't know his face until today. I kind of had understood it, like, like what he looks like from afar, but like up close, it's my first time ever to see his face. Isn't it kind of weird, like the Labour Party, like the left side, being close with the right side? What happens internationally? But Japan, the UK, Japan, UK, minerals supply chain partner. So like, partnering with mineral supply and so on. And also they had a summit meeting and sharing the like a coercion or intimidation by China. Sharing like basically have the same feeling the same threat kind of thing. Yes, strengthening the supply chain of critical minerals and economic national security, including that, like national security, what's the word? Not section. I forgot the word. But they're gonna team up. Yes, so that's good. And of course, like we are building this new fighter jet together. So they reconfirmed it again. And cyber security too. Not security, cyber field. They are upgrading the cooperation and sharing threats from China and reconfirming the realization of FOIP, Free and Open Indo-Pacific Strategy. So yes, like a little bit hot here. Okay, like on the couch because we have the heater on. Hi, 2 days ago was my birthday. Oh really? Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Did you have fun? Did you have a cake or something? How was it? How did you spend your day? Hello, Yoko. Hello. Thanks for coming. Oh, thank you so much for your super chat. Thank you. I remember you giving me super chat last week too. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. My channel, this channel is fundamentally supported by super chat. So thank you so much. Thank you. I'm eating a cake right now. Oh, really? Cool. I don't remember the last time I had a cake. Probably at my parents. My parents always spoil me. Or rather, like whenever I visit my parents, they're like, oh, Yoko, like, oh, we thought Yoko is coming, so we got a cake. And they say that, but they're actually using me to eat cake, if you know what I mean, because it's a good opportunity. Hello from St. Louis. Konnichiwa, konnichiwa. Thank you so much for coming. I know that it's late for Americans, but so good to see you. But yeah, Starmer was here, but after China, he went to China to deepen the economic ties with China. Like I thought that they are supposed to be fighting against Russia, and Russia is backed by China, and the UK now wants to strengthen like their economy using the ties with China. Like, why would you want to? Like Japan, for example, right now, like we are really like seriously exposed to the danger of CCP's expansion. Like it could happen any minute, right? Taiwan emergency or urgency will happen. We just don't know when, right? And they want to take Senkaku Islands, like Japan's islands as well, and they want to go to the Pacific Ocean side. They want to get out of here and expand. And so, even though China is our neighboring country, and we do have like our trade and everything, like we have such a close ties, but because Takaichi has this strong stance, like firm stance against China, now, for example, China doesn't like it, of course, which is good, and they stopped like sending their people, like tourists, in groups to visit Japan. So that's good. It's like, of course, we were kind of dependent on them economically, but it turns out that it doesn't really affect much. Like it does, but not as much as we thought, and we are enjoying it, the space without Chinese tourists who come in big groups and occupy the streets and try, throw trash everywhere and so on. So like it has dramatically reduced, and we are enjoying the space, And people from other countries come because the yen is weak, and it's a good place to visit for people in other countries. So yeah, and we are surviving like that, and we are supporting Ukraine, and we are fighting against China and Russia, and now the UK, the country that is supposed to be on our side, the free world side, visiting China, to ask him to cooperate economically. And then probably I don't know in details of what happens, but Japan wanted, because we knew that he was going to visit China. Takaichi administration basically asked him to visit Japan as well, stop by in Japan. And unlike Bill Clinton, that's the bright side of this. But Starmer did come to Japan, but he's already gone. He was here for such a brief time. I guess that his schedule is packed, and it's but Takaichi's side too. We are in the middle of a national election. She's busy, She's been touring in Japan to support her party's candidates. So pretty busy. She actually injured her wrists or something, like her hand, because she has a condition, like a medical, like she has this symptom, and somebody kind of pulled her hand a little too hard, and because she is kind of weak, she had to get AIDS and so on. But anyway, oh, super chat, what? More super chat, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. You are my savior today. Yay. Thank you. Are you always live this time every Sunday? Yeah. Yes. Weekly. This is a weekly live stream. And it used to be like what? Like 4 hours earlier. And I was coming at the same time, but I started to slack off a little bit. And so therefore, not many people can come. But yeah. Yes, anyway. Yeah, I'm here though. I hope to do more live streams, but like during the weekdays as well. But right now, at least, I tried that like last week or so. But right now we are, as I said, like we are having the national election, so I'm actually pretty busy over here. So yeah. I rather like the current lady in Japan. I wish her well. Thank you. Yeah. Takaichi is really good. This is her crowd. I think this is right, Takaichi, right? I I don't know if it's LDP or not. Like I can't really tell, but you see the people gathering together to listen to the candidates speaking and so on. So, and Takaichi, she came, that's yesterday, I think. She came to Fukuoka, my prefecture, as well. And there were so many people. She came to the park, which is often used for rallies, political rallies. It's in the center of our city, but it doesn't, like, there are not many people there usually, and even if you mobilize, the audience or the crowd, you can't actually make the number big. But I'm looking for that. I bookmark so many things, and I should put things in folders. Hold on, let me find. Let's see here. So this is how many people there were when Takaichi came here. So many people. She's so popular. Like Abe, there were times Abe was there as well, speaking to the voters. But even under him, like people wouldn't get together like this. So it's very refreshing to see this. But today, though, today, like just right before I came to this stream, I saw another one from the leftist party. Like they call themselves centrist, like what was it? I forgot that. Is it centrist alliance? Wait, what was that? Oh, reform. Centrist reform alliance or something like that. And in the same park, it seems, and there are so many people too. So people are not sure if it's the actual footage or AI, but we are guessing it's real. So I don't know. Nowadays, like in Japan, it's probably the same as all the other developed countries as well, but social media platforms have changed the game for us all here in Japan. I was already like early, like since like 10 years ago, whenever there was an election, I would take pictures and make a short video like Westerners were already doing, overseas. And I was doing that style in Japan. But people were not using social media much back then. So it didn't spread because there weren't people on the platforms that they are using today, if you know what I mean. I was still early. And today, though, like actually from the last House of Councilor election or so, it started to change like within the past year or so. The social media influence have surged. Surge is this the word? And the large part of it, ironically, though, was actually like Russian bots spreading all this false information or agitation to start up some confusion and also to divide the conservative side of power. Just like what happened in the UK. I think it's called Reform UK. They became big or powerful, right? Influential. And so the Conservative Party, I believe, has lost their votes. Like the Reform UK Party, they get the Conservative Party's votes. It gets divided. So then as a result, the Labour Party wins, right? So same thing happening here. So right now, Takaichi is powerful. We don't know yet what's going to happen in this election, but the last 2 or 3 times when Ishiba was in power, LDP lost a lot because Sanseicho, our right-wing party, that is not really right-wing, but Russia was obviously backing them up. But since then, though, because Russian bots became obvious, like it might be hard in the English culture or English-speaking countries, but here in Japan, we can tell that when foreign powers when they're trying to be one of us, and also like, they can detect where they're, accessing from and so on. And according to this guy that was exposing all the Russian bots thing, he was recently writing on X that he actually, was it like 2 million or so? He's probably close to the LDP. I don't exactly know his position, but he can definitely like approach our government and so on. And they've been deleting all the fake news and or the like a foreign power generated posts. So now Kamiya, the party leader of Sanseicho, is wondering why why his posts don't spread like they used to. And all the replies are like, no, it was weird that your posts were spreading rather, He's thinking like, oh, I have so much influence. Why am I not as influential as before? And we are all like, no, that in the past, that was weird. That was not natural. It was, done by Russia. So yeah, that's what's going on in Japan. Anyway, super chat, thank you. Dead Tiger fan, thank you so much. As always, thank you. I saw Elegant Princess Kako this week on YouTube. Oh, you did? I just sounded like the British person, like, oh, you did? That was so weird. The video said maybe her brother could be emperor someday. Oh, yes, he will. Especially if Takaichi wants to make sure only males can be emperor. What? I don't know what kind of video that was, but Princess Kako and his little brother is going to be our emperor. That's just the bloodline. So male-dominated bloodline, male side is, like if you look at the family tree, is our tradition. And but our imperial households were reduced when we lost the World War II. That was a consequence of one of the consequences of losing the war, and because America at the time thought that, I mean, it was true though that the backbone of our country, what's making our country strong, like mentally, is the what we call tenno, like what you guys call emperor. So and in order to do that, like we need to have the offsprings of that bloodline, and you gotta make sure that they're mixing blood a little, because you don't want to make babies within your family circle. You know what I mean? Like it's dangerous, and so on. And they had, was it 13? Sorry, I'm not too. I don't remember correctly, but it was the number shrinked. So in order to maintain that, though, today we are talking about changing the imperial household law, so that they can adopt the right family line and so on. So yes, but the weird thing is the conservatives in Japan no longer talk about stuff like that, because we are all like, like people, like politicians and candidates are all jumping onto what's viral rather than the important policies. They just jump on all the hot topics and, appeal to the voters like, oh, this is supposed to be this, or this is a problem, and blah, 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 blah. And they don't really bring solutions to the society. So that has been the problem. So that what is symbolic to my eyes is the party called the Conservative Party of Japan. I wrote about it on X today. The party leader of Conservative Party of Japan is a novelist. Some people say he's a good novelist. Others say he's not. But he's one of, I think two of his books turned in, like, became movies, good movies. And so he was popular. He was close to Abe. Yeah, because he became kind of nationalistic. So I guess Abe used that influence. But because of that, he gained like influence. And then he was really great at the beginning. But then I don't know what happened. But like he became kind of like really extreme, and also he doesn't care if he says fake news or whatever. He wants attention, and he wants to entertain people because he comes from the TV industry. He was like a producer, I think, like his past career. He was really good too. And now, though, he's a leader of the Conservative Party of Japan. But because he doesn't come from the political background, he just agitates all the time. So as for the immigrant issue, he recently said, or he's still spreading, I think, that Takaichi administration, LDP, is, he thinks, like his understanding is that Takaichi administration, the current one, is trying to let 100.23 million immigrants enter Japan. Like he thinks that LDP wants to bring over 1 million immigrants to Japan in 2 years. But that's the false understanding. It's the cap, like it's the limits of how many we can actually tolerate, and the number includes who are already here, like over like 700,000. Yeah. Was it? Yeah, 700,000 something, right? So it's a little bit more. So the capacity is there. And there are people like, oh, do not let them in the first place. But Takaichi administration is rather like focusing on the business field that cannot function without labor. So temporarily, like Japanese people basically want to use the labor of foreign people because it's quick. In the meantime, we are developing technology and so on that we will not need people like a labor people, like we will boost the efficiency so that if you go to convenience like convenience convenience stores in Japan, like it's much less like contact now that even grocery stores still there are like you do everything by yourself and there are a few people standing to watch you just in case, and also there are like security cameras everywhere attached to the cashier and everything, and yeah, and then so we just do our cashier thing by ourselves, or even or at the same time in the convenience store is everything is just like ding, like like you have something to scan and then you do beep beep right, it's so easy, right? So like you don't need to speak the language too, even though the foreigners working here now are speaking well, but yeah, that stuff like that. So like we can't stop what has been already started, but Takaichi administration is actually like setting the limit together with changing making our rules and systems more strict. So like the foreigners, like the immigrant family cannot enter Japan, just because this guy or girl is here. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And they made the system more strict to like more difficult for foreigners to naturalize to Japanese people and so on. So Takaichi administration is actually tackling the problem that all the past administrations, including Abe, didn't touch. So, and it's the start. So if we support that, then I have a feeling that she can do it more easily. You know what I mean? Because she's kind of she has to make sure the business people are happy as well, to maintain the steady power and steady society. So yes. Okay, anyway, I need to kind of breathe because I've been speaking. Thank you so much for a super chat again, Matt. Saying thank you. Oh, and I see Orange. Oh, Fred, thank you so much. Yoko, my weekly newspaper. Yay! I'm the newspaper. I read these, I remember these, and I bring it to you. Yes, but I didn't have time to read much though. Let me read now. Thank you so much for your support. It really, really helps my channel and my life. I need to live. So they're talking about the FRB chairman. Oh, I see Trump senpai. Trump senpai is always in picture. I haven't been checking the news about it. Like I don't really understand this, so yeah. Like national security stuff, I can just read and get it, instantly. But as for economy, I'm like I have to think. So, huh. But yeah, it was good though that Japan UK summit, like Takaichi made sure that UK has to be on our side, that to make Starmer say that China is like like we are sharing the threats of China, right? Do you see this picture? You see Takaichi, right? Japan, Trump, Xi Jinping, and Starmer, and Macron. So this is friction between Japan and China. This is Japan-US alliance. And they are like, what's that word? Constraint? They are kind of like trying to stop each other, but also getting close. And here they are like Europe with Europe. China is trying to improve the relations. So confrontation. No, I need to look that up. Man, I'm supposed to know these words. Kensei. Kensei. No. Shubuja. Restraint? No. Kensei suru. Keep somebody in check or contain? Just contain? Contain. I guess contain. But contain is a little different, though. Contain is like block kind of thing. But anyway. Yokozu. Nice bird. Thank you. This is Shubi Stork. The eyes are realistic. I love Shubi Stork. They're so cool. Have you seen Shubi Stork? Like they are cute and cool at the same time. Like there are some at Ueno Zoo in Tokyo as well, and I was like standing there for a while, like, oh, so cute. Yeah. Dying to see Yoko. Yay! Thank you so much for coming. Oh, thank you so much for your super chat, Leonard. Thank you. Yoko, I'm Japanese Brazilian. Oh, cool. My nationality is Brazilian. I don't have any other ancestry other than Japanese. Oh, that's interesting. Do I have a bond with Japan and it may be... Do I have a bond with Japan and it may be easier to become a Japanese citizen? I don't think so, not to my knowledge. Is there any prioritization? I don't actually know. I have never thought about it. But I see that it used to be like it was easier to naturalize than try to get a permanent visa here or a permanent residency, you say? Yeah. But now they fixed it. So it's more difficult, I think. I don't know. Is it 10 years? Yeah. Sorry that I'm not familiar with what you are asking. I wish I knew. Well, I will be familiar with it. Thank you. But it's cool that you've got our blood though. I hear that there are many Japanese immigrants in Brazil. It's the biggest community on earth, right? Like aside from Japan, Brazil is the biggest. So thank you for having our people, and it's cool to know that you are kind of part of us. Isn't it weird? Like I haven't I've talked to you guys before too, but I was watching this Korean American living in California. I was watching her YouTube videos. Like she's like a beauty guru, you know, and she's liberal, so I don't like her political take, but she's cute, you know. So I was watching her, but then I kind of I just thought about like how she's good at English, like obviously, like she's a native English speaker in America, and she's American, but she's so Korean at the same time. And from her standpoint, like there are Korean people, like there's a country which consists of her people, and I started to ponder on it. I started to think about it, and that must be weird to, like, you're there as part of this country, but your people are there, like, you know. I was born here, and I'm fully Japanese, and I've spent all my life here in Japan, so it's. Yeah, I do see some Japanese people living overseas, but they're there by their choice, and like, oh, My tiny brain cannot understand that sort of different perspectives. Yeah. Constrained. Oh, constrained. From what I hear, Brazilian people of Japanese descent can get into Japan easier. Brazilian people of Japanese descent. Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah. Oh, super chat. Cat girl, thank you. It's been a while. Thank you. Hayako, I just got here and I hope everything is going well with you. Thank you. Yes. We are in the middle of election campaign and I don't know, like we have no idea what's gonna happen. They are saying the media, like our mainstream media outlets are usually biased, like a little bit left biased. But as for elections, they always do a good research based on with some basis, So they don't usually go off of from what actually happens, Like when you compare the results and what they were saying, it's actually like they were pretty close to or usually accurate of what happens. But starting from like a last time or so, we started to learn that all the polls, that the media companies call the voters to ask where they are voting for and so on. I actually received one phone call today, but then my setting is like, because there are lots of scammers now, like internationally, I set it to like I reject unknown calls, so I no longer receive all the the poll calls as well. So like I missed it, so I'm like, dang it. But yeah. Anyway, so like all the people that answer, they call both landlines and also cell phones. But cell phones, like there are people like me who reject unknown calls, and landlines, those who, those who have landlines in Japan are the elderlies only, and we don't. Our generation do not have landlines anymore. Like we don't use it anymore. So if you call the landline phone like regular phones, then all the people that answer are older people, and older people have the tendency of voting for the left and so on. So it doesn't really reflect the whole demographic of Japan. So it's been a problem because what I'm trying to say is that as a result, the numbers that they get can be wrong, and so it's not useful anymore. But at the same time, though, social media, it always creates like, because of the algorithm, it's usually biased. You just you like something, and all the things that related to you or that is associated and something close to what you've already liked will come up, and you get into the bubble, right? So it doesn't reflect, so we can't tell. And in addition to that, our leftist party, Constitutional Democratic Party for the People, Constitutional Democratic Party, yeah, that's the name. They formed this new party, like centrist reform alliance, together with the former ruling party called Komeito, like a Buddhist, backed by Buddhist group. And so former ruling party and the biggest opposition party, they got together and it's chaotic. But because LDP, the main ruling party, the other ruling party, were supporting a lot of support from Komeito, but they're gone now, and they got together with the leftists, so LDP will lose some of the votes, right? So we can't tell what's going to happen. But right now, the mainstream media is saying that Takaichi will win bigly. Like LDP alone could have the majority. That's what we are hearing. But at the same time, there are people saying like but maybe not that much, or at least like we shouldn't celebrate it yet because we don't know what's gonna happen. The voting day is February 8th, so it's February 1st here. We are in the future, but so we still have like a week to go. So isn't it actually the exactly a week later? I can't calculate. Yeah, next. Oh man, next week. Next Sunday. It's Sunday here. Next Sunday. I really hope that it will be a historical election. But I want Takaichi to win, like by landslide. But at the same time, like there are good politicians in other parties as well, and I want them to win. And in my district, for example, we have like a district version of election, like a single person districts. I believe in my prefecture, for example, there are like 11 districts, if I remember correctly. I live in the 5th district, if you care. Yeah, so single one wins. But then, depending on how much votes you are close to the person that was chosen from your district, we have a proportional representation. Is it what it's called? Proportional representation election system as well. So if other guys are close to this person, then it's likely that those people will come back too, that they will win too. So, but in my area, like in this election, there are blocks in Japan. So in my region, it's Kyushu block. And so there is a list of proportional representation candidates together with all the people that may lose the single person districts. So depending on how they do, or the other, like there are candidates who only run for proportional representation. So depending on if those people win in single districts, then all the proportional ones, they might all win too. But then there are people from other regions who are on that list who I don't like. So I'm like, I don't want to vote for LDP now, So yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling. Thank you so much for super chat. Oh, another super chat. Thank you so much. Commented relationship. Okay, I can read. Thank you so much for super chat. I am American and part Japanese ancestry. Oh, really? But I was stationed in Yokosuka. Oh, cool. While in the U.S. Navy. Thank you for your service. What is your opinion of U.S. bases in Japan? Very, very thankful. ありがとうございます。Seriously. 本当にありがとうございます。Japan is, like, it's not completely like our people, for example, like hundreds of us, like around 800 or so are said to be captured, like abducted by North Korea. They're still there, and we have all the issues here in Japan. However, like if you compare our country to other countries, we are fairly peaceful. But we are maintaining this peace because of the presence of America, like physical presence, like US bases here. It is such a large like aspect of Japan being the way we are. So I can't thank enough for American people, serving the country. Like, of course, like they're serving their country, but they are, of course, like build a community with Japanese people as well, and we don't take it for granted. And America, of course, is our very, very important ally. We have our alliance is really strong, and it comes from this crazy history that we fought against each other, and we overcame that, and now we are one of the strongest alliance on earth. And also, in addition to that, we are protected by America's nuclear power, nuclear weapons. People say negative things about nuclear weapons, but I know, and many people here know, except for leftists, that we are protected by America's nuclear umbrella. And, large part of it is the US bases here and all the, with US bases, everything become possible. So, yes, so I'm really thankful. And recently, by the way, U.S. Marine people, like two guys, saved the life of the Japanese elderly man because he was, I think if I remember correctly, I think he was choking in a ramen store or something. And then these two guys from the Marines helped him, like gave the first aid treatment and saved his life. So things like that happen. So I'm really thankful. Yeah, I want to go into one of the bases. I live in Kyushu. I live in Fukuoka. So there's a Sasebo, US base there. Or I could fly to Okinawa too. One day I want to visit, like, wherever it is. I would love to visit the US base. It would be cool. My friend in Okinawa was saying, like, he goes into the US base sometimes and says that he eats a steak. So I'm like, I wanna have a steak. Yeah. Oh, is that a capybara behind you? Yes, it's a capybara. Yes. Thank you for your super chat. Thank you. I hope I answered your question. Thank you. Is it a scammer or is it a phone call? Yeah, like we can't tell beforehand. But I usually when I receive unknown calls, I look the number up, and like Japanese people share the information well. So usually if it's a scammer, then we know. Yeah. And then if it's like a phone calls or text messages, it's easy to tell if it's a scam or not because scammers usually come from overseas, and so you would see different number. It will not be like our country number. I mean country code is 81. So is America number one? Are you guys number one in that too? We are 81. So it would say like if it's from Japan, it would say like plus 81. But yeah, like I sometimes there was a time I was receiving like calls from America or elsewhere, so I changed the setting. Sasebo, yes. Thank you for your super chat. Yes. A very close friend of our family is a U.S. Marine in Okinawa. Oh, cool. Like, for American people, I heard that, like, people serving your country, in military, like it's an ordinary thing. I hear that your friend or family or your cousins, like they serve the country. Is that true? Like it's a regular thing? Because in Japan, the number of our self-defense force people are not enough, and yeah, we need to do something about it. So it's rare. But where I live, there are actually bases, self-defense forces, the land and air. So I see self-defense force people all the time in this region. So like my I don't know, my recognition is a little different from before, plus probably like a little unique compared to like regular Japanese places. But yeah, USA is the number one code because we invented the telephone. Cool. USA, USA. Yeah, many things. I'm really thankful for the internet, and I hear that it came from the American military technology. Man, like I don't understand how you guys are so advanced. Japan was good at technology too, but because we cannot, like our economy has been in stagnation for decades, like 3 decades. So like we were really good in the 80s. That's around where I was born. And, and but as I grew up, there was an economic bubble, and so our good economy just ended there because it just bubble. It's like, right? And so I've lived all my good times in recession. So I don't know what it's like to experience like a good economy. So yeah, it sucks. But simultaneously, Japanese people know how to like bear. Oh hey, how to bear in hard times. We know how to, like, because I think it's culturally because we get a lot of natural disasters that not everything goes in the way that we expect or want. So we gotta just hang in there, with the things that we have or we are given. So we are doing good because, for example, our our dollar shop service, like a Daiso. I bet that Daiso is in America as well. Daiso and Seria and all the stores, even there is now like 3 coins, like so three. It's not like a dollar shop is no longer a dollar. It's like, yeah, like because we call it like 100 yen, like 100 yen store, but now a dollar is 150 something or 60 something. So it's the calculation is difficult, but let's say that it's just a dollar shop. But we have like $3 shops. So yeah, of course we are using Chinese people as our factory, but yeah. But those stores have invented all these useful things, but good quality. My glass, I bet, comes from there too. So like our expenses can be kind of cut, depending on where you shop and so on. So yeah. Anyway, that bring back memories when I kept contact with friends I made in Japan. The country code, right? Me too. I used to actually call somebody in America, but I would find a good service, that is kind of like it was really expensive to make a phone call overseas, but there were some services that kind of connected the countries, so I would pay for that service, and it was much less. And so I was using that, and I do remember like America, put in the code. Yeah, it was so romantic, though, don't you think? That all the international phone calls, like, of course, we do that too now with WhatsApp or Signal or whatever, but it was different, right? Like it's good times. Seria is not here in Hawaii, but the margins are so low, so I don't know how Daiso Japan is making a lot of money. Oh, true. When you think about the benefit, the margin, they sell to America at 60, 70 yen on average. Yeah. It should be cool. Cool beans. Let's see. Any other questions? Do you want to see my capybara? I didn't plan to bring this guy home or take. Is it bring? Take? bring this guy home, but I just, like when you see this in a store, you're like, I gotta take you home, right? Yeah, kawaii. Kawaii. Always sleeping, by the way, but it's realistic, like around here. Cute. Cute. Probably Chinese people made it. So thank you. But I really want, I want to rescue Chinese people too in China under the control of CCP too. Because of course I embrace all the less expensive stuff at stores, but it comes with the cost, of the makers. I bet that Chinese people are that sort of Chinese people, who work in factories and so on, are not paid well enough probably. And also I do hear the problem of child labor and so on. So I really hope that I'm not contributing to that sort of things. Yeah. Did you see the big embassy that the Chinese are building in London? Yes, I heard about the news. Yes, it's a big news here in Japan as well. Mega embassy. I think I talked about it last week or the week before, because it's because of Starmer, right? He's the one who authorized that. So can you stay here? Okay. Okay. What else? Oh yeah, CNN. You see CNN? It's mirrored probably, but CNN. It's a lemon guy or something, right? What? Don Lemon. Arrested. Why though? Why did he get arrested? Oh, he had something to do with the protests at the church? All the ICE situation is my opinion. I shouldn't give opinion to internal politics of other countries, but I do have an opinion when it comes to all the illegal aliens in the US and also the ICE situation. But all the protesters are making it worse, don't you think? Because Trump promised his people that he will do something about the borders of the country and also all the illegal aliens in the US. So just let them, people want him to take actions about it because all the past leaders didn't. So that's part of the reasons why Donald Trump was chosen as the president of the United States. So I'm like, just let him do the job. But all the people protesting, in whether it's in Minneapolis or wherever, they are in the way of Trump, of fulfilling his duty and promise to the people. And it's just ridiculous to me. If you want to change that, you got to win democratically. So in the coming, there will be midterms, right, this year. So you got to do it democratically and not by protesting like that. Sometimes protests are important just to show to the world that, hey, there are problems like this. Here are our voices. But we already know the voices, And it's rather making the situation worse because Trump wants to handle the situation. And if those protesters are violent or too vocal, whatever, get in the way, then that put all the people who are working on it in danger. They don't know what they're dealing with. There could be terrorists and so on too. So then the government side has to do it more strictly, and it's in a vicious cycle. Oh, it's so silly. Like I don't understand. Like every time I see like black people, questioned by the police and so on, like why would you want to fight the police? You know, like isn't it better just to obey in that situation? But I have never lived in the U.S., so I can't comment. I know, but that's the Japanesey comment. Yeah. Sadly, Japan lost their pandas to China. So sad. I I actually about panda, I have no feelings because pandas they're cute. I saw them at Ueno Zoo too, in Tokyo. But first of all, it's just panda, and if those people who miss the pandas, they can just go to China and meet them again. And I'm just angry with China to use those animals as a diplomatic tool, And pandas, they don't belong to China in the first place. Pandas belong to Tibetans. They they live in Tibet, and Chinese people just took them, and they're using those for diplomacy with other countries too. Like, hey, we got pandas. Okay, my capybara just dived and he's gone. I'm gonna go rescue. No, are you okay? Yeah, I shouldn't put him here because it's unstable. Every time I move, it bounces. No. But yeah, I wish I had a proper camera. I'm using my iPad to do this live stream, so. Face law, yeah, exactly. Free Tibet, yes. Rama's father is now mistakenly in China, Tibet. Oh, really? Yes. Yes, really cute. Look at that big, big nose. Yeah, it's realistic. I love stuffed animals. Like ever since growing up. Matsuya or Yoshinoya? Yoshinoya. Japan is very advanced. I hope we are. So yeah, oh yeah, I was rambling on that, right? Like I was talking about recession. Where I was going with that is that because we had been in recession, our economy is changing now, but still like the prices are up, but our pay is not enough, like not catching up with the speed of prices going up. So we're poor, and it's hard to live. So now our government is trying hard, but in a critical moment in history like this, China's threat is there, Russia is out of hand, and we need to make our economy stronger, our national security stronger, but it's not happening, yet. And Takaichi is tackling, but yeah, and we need to, in order for our country to grow, we need to invest, right? Invest in education, like a tech, those people with technology and so on. We need to make sure that those people get educated well if they want to go for that direction, and also invest in the industry in general and AI technology and everything too. Like we need to, there are lots of things to invest, right? And cyber, not only cyber field, but also in the like space technology, like Elon Musk is doing. That's something that Japan should be good at, but we are not. We have people, and we have skills, we have knowledge, but we just don't have enough money. So often what happens is that we have so-called JAXA, like those people who create like rockets and so on, and whenever they launch a rocket, they're doing it like a satellite and so on. They launch that, but whenever they do it, they're doing under such a limited budget, and so that's why it shows like how smart they are, but at the same time, because of that, they often fail. Like there's no failure in science, but still, like it's not pleasant, right? And plus, like it does affect the money. Like the money is gone in the moment it fails. So, yeah, capybara. Yes, capybara. I got it at this store called Mr. Max. We have Mr. Donut and Mr. Max. It's so weird when you think about it. It sounds natural to my Japanese ears, but I bet that it's weird to native speakers of English. Man, I have a zit here. It's annoying me. Like, sorry for that. We just need politicians who will do something instead of talking. Yeah, exactly. That's why I actually like this centrist party called Democratic Party for the People. They're good. But the party is a mixture of people somewhat right-wingish, like conservative-ish. Like they are good. They are good when it comes to national security and also economy, but they're not good with like ideology, like family values and so on. They're a little too progressive, and also they are backed by labor unions, so that's why they reflect their opinions. Even though the party leader wants to go for the right side, so that their power in the not Congress, in the Parliament increase, but yeah, because our society is now shifting towards the right side. Yeah, but it's a good party. But the Democratic Party for the people in that party are more about doing things, instead of because it's a fairly new party, like a newer than, of course, LDP and Komeito and other parties. So it's a new party, and there are lots of like younger generation candidates and the experienced politicians. So the vibe, the atmosphere in the party is really fresh, and also they are focused on making realizing their policies, and they did realize a few things already, such as bringing down the prices of the gasoline here, and also what the other one? Oh, the income. Like there was the barrier of our income, which was set like decades ago, I think, that if you go above it, then your taxation changes. So in order to I guess I don't actually exactly know, but yeah, some people don't want to work beyond this limit, and then because the taxation changes, so then they brought up the number to higher so that they can work more and have more money without wasting their money. So that was good, and they want to work on possession, what it's called in English, other taxation too. They want to work on it because our prices are up and our premises have changed, so we need to change the system, right? So that party is talking about stuff like that, unlike other parties, or rather they are leading the discussion. So that's good. And I want the party to gain seats, but they don't have enough candidates. There was this cute candidate from Osaka, but she quit right before, the day before the campaign starts. So sad. But there are dozens though. No more super chat. Today was the day that my husband and I are supposed to go to the shrine, but I couldn't get ready early enough, and it's already 4, so probably not today. Mr. Max doesn't sound strange at all, but I can easily picture it being the name of Japanese store. The way that capybara nose looks so big in the camera is especially cute in this. Thank you. Man, there was something on this face. Okay. I wish I had a dog. I have one at my parents', but yeah, that's why I can only have stuffed animal. Mr. Donut is so samushi. Samushi? There's no Mr. Samishi. No Miss Donut or Mrs. Donut shops. Good point. I should start one. That's a good point. Get a poodle. They are really smart and affectionate. Oh, cool. Yeah, poodles are popular here, but is it toy poodle? Like the real poodle is big, right? But like a smaller sizes are everywhere in Japan actually. But I don't think that this place is not our place, but like we are renting the place. So we can't have dogs or cats or anything. Yeah, there are some places though that where you can have, but not here. I wish that maybe I should have chosen a place where I can. But it's a lot of responsibility though, plus it would cost a lot. It is so expensive to have a pet in Japan now. Yeah, if you go get how some people, like there are like shelters, like NPO kind of places here, and they will give you their dog or something sometimes. But what? I see red super chat. Wait, firstly though, Nick too. Thank you for your super chat. Loved your tweets in this past week. Thank you. Yeah, I was thinking Americans, and also like I was introducing some things, right? Oh, Lady Gaga. Oh, we gotta talk about Lady Gaga. But before that, thank you so much for your red super chat. Let me take a picture of that because I put in my vision board. I made a vision board today. Not today, like this year. As much as stupid as it sounds, I made it, and I put like a colorful super chat, and yay! Just okay. I took many. Thank you so much, Yoko Tax. Yes. Wish you could get a higher percentage of this super chat. Yeah, probably though, because our yen is weak. Have a good week. Thank you so much. Oh. I am so happy right now. My happy face. Oh. Just realized that I'm the same face. Yeah, thank you so much. Oh, I'm speechless right now. I sound so stupid. I'm just saying like, whoa. I wish my husband was here. He would exclaim. すごい。すごいです。ありがとうございます。I'm like a little crying because I love money. Let's say, we gotta admit it, Thank you so much. Kawaii capybara attack. Yeah. 写真? What is 写真? Oh, 写真, yeah. You could sing a 写真, yes. You gotta smile. Thank you. You made my day. Yes. I feel like now I gotta give you more information. Wait. Oh wait, somebody wrote about Lemon guy. He was arrested. Don got arrested because you're not allowed to prevent people from worshiping in the U.S. Prevent people from it, which is why him and others did. They weren't protesting, which they could have done. Oh, I see. That's interesting. Yeah. Hi Yoko and so on. The song people. One of the song people who just gave me a red super chat. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Money makes things easier. Yes. You know why I love money? It's because money gives you freedom. It's not always, but people talk about happiness all the time. Oh, money doesn't bring happiness to you in the end, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't think so. Like, money brings freedom, more financial freedom. And if you have that, then either you can make yourself happy or others happy. And for me, like, if I have more money, then I can do more things, like, first of all, I want to renew my setup. I want a new laptop or computer. I want an actual camera and so on. Like, I gotta invest in the gears, first, and then hopefully I can kind of get some things for myself too later. In the meantime, I'll just keep visiting the recycle shop. That's what you gotta do when you don't have money. Go to the like a recycle shop where the used clothes and so on are there, and just I pretend that, oh, my friends gave me the clothes or something, so that it doesn't feel as bad. Yeah. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, 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 yes. I hit 60,000 followers though on X, and I want to bring more values on X. Yes. Did you see my number? It's where is it? Oh yeah, here it says. Yes. Oh, thank you for those who are liking my my posts always. It really helps. Yeah. Yeah, impressive, right? Yes, thanks to you. Thanks to you. Yeah. Should I read newspaper? Should I show you more? Wait, in Holland, there's a new prime minister who is 38 years old, the youngest. Huh. Which side is he though? Oh, centrist leftist, right? Or what? Yeah, the party that won it. Our newspaper says that the centrist leftist party. Democratic 66. What kind of name is that? Huh? It's this guy. 38 years old. Prime Minister? So young. Wow. That's good though. But if you hit like around 30, like 20, those who are in their 20s are still a little young, and they're still like they have some hormone thing going on still, and they can be a little biased and so on. But if you hit like the 30, then you have enough experience, I guess. And some people are really mature already in their 30s. Yeah. Oh, Sunday newspaper can be really boring. I don't see any good article. Like, it's a culture and column and books and okay. Not this one, but I have from yesterday too. Oh, but these are cute. This is from Thursday. LDP, like their party alone, they might get like the majority alone. So, like that. Yep, 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 yep. We have no idea though, but every day we are talking about election. This is about election. It kind of looks different from usual, right? Because let's see. Can I don't know how things are in your country, but here, like this is how it's, oh, in Tokyo, there are these candidates, and you see the age and which party, and then what their occupation is or was, and so on. And yeah, all the districts and so on. All the data are here. Cool beans. Oh, Super Chat, thank you so much. Wait, let me put heart. Let's hope CRA and JSP get 0 seats. CRA is Centrist Reform Alliance, right? The other one is Japan Conservative Party. Yeah. Japan Conservative Party, actually the Conservative Party of Japan does have a good candidate named Yoichi Shimada. He is very, very familiar with America. And as for, like, he's an expert of American politics, Yoichi Shimada. And he's one of our, the people that we can rely on, like, as for like a political activities. So he helped us nominate, for example, this Mongolian activist Hada for the Nobel Peace Prize, because you need a signature from national, like a parliament member or scholar and that sort of people. So he helped us. And it's not the only time, like whenever we go ask a favor, he helps us, and also really smart. But the party that he belongs to does have problems, because I guess it's the culture of those who are in their 60s here. They are from like when the economy was good, and they have this momentum that other generations do not have. Like I guess they just want to have fun, and so they just go a little beyond, like without political correctness or anything. They just say things. And nowadays, we like Japanese people are suing other people for defamation and so on, but people from that generation don't really understand that sort of things, and also like they don't really have the sense of fake news and so on too. They kind of do, but they don't really care about what they say. So yeah, I personally do not think that the top two people of the party, Conservative Party of Japan, I don't think the top people are good, but Yoichi Shimada is actually good. So yeah, that's the case with me, like seeing parties in Japan, that party itself might not be good, but there are good people that can work for you. So I want that sort of people to have seats. Yeah, because inside LDP too, like they have to have the majority, but at the same time, because the party has had power for such a long time, like the party is now like big, like really big. And because they are the ruling party, meaning they are the authority, they have the power in the country. So many people want to be part of that, to have power. So often those who do not even care about our country or their local area, they end up becoming our politician, and they don't represent us, and that puts us in trouble. So yeah, I hope that people will vote those people out. But as for centrist reform alliance, I want, yeah, I mean, their party has a couple of good people too, because sometimes what happens in Japan is that, as I said, like LDP, for example, the main ruling party is so big that not everyone can be authorized to, like, they don't get officially supported by LDP, even if they belong to the party, because there are other people in the same district, if you know what I mean. So they need to compete within the party, and sometimes, in the worst case, two people run against each other. One with like a separation, we call it like a separation or division election, to just to explain the situation, because they're the same party but for the same to get the one single seat, they don't care if another guy is running for that seat, like he wants to take that seat, so they will fight each other, and one will get, often what's the case is the one will get the official support from LDP, the other one will not get it and rather attack them, so they're fighting. But that happens. So sometimes there are people, like even conservative leaning candidates, run from another party so that they can officially supported by their party, and yeah, to do the election a little bit easier and to be recognized more easily. Because if you are an independent, people will not know, like you don't stand out much, you need a little like extra information and so on. So yeah. Good morning, Yoko. Good morning. That's a real fast super chat. Yes, that just happened. My husband is home, so I will tell him that I got a. Hi, husband, son. We got a red super chat. Sugoi. I love red. My husband says I love red. Republica. That's a good one. The color of Republica. Red super chat. That's so cool. That's a good point. Yeah, I got a Republican super chat. Yeah. The new Fukui governor said Japan is a homogeneous country, and I know that there were people from Fukui who disliked me because I am a foreigner, but my blood is 100% Japanese. Oh, you are. Oh, right. Yeah. Fukui governor, I think that he actually went to the same. He's kind of young, right? Like younger than other politicians. He graduated from the same university as I did, Kansai Gaidai, and it's the level is going down because it's a private university, and the campus is so like beautiful, like it's like you are in another country, it's all made of bricks and so on. It's really Western, and it's so beautiful. I really loved my campus, and I hear that there are other campuses, like newer ones too. But so that's why probably like girls go there, and the level is going down. But still, they are still having a good enough level. But because of that guy, many people didn't like that commentary that like Japan is a homogeneous country. I don't disagree with him, in particular. Japan is like a large part of Japanese population is still like over 90%, like, or 95%, like Japanese people. Like there are some areas, particular areas where foreigners populations are really high, like in Tokyo and other like, or Kawaguchi, or like particular areas, but overall, and it's a country of Japanese people, and we do tolerate other cultures, and we embrace other cultures. Take the good things, and we, you know, we are Japan, and we are proud of it. But anyway, people didn't like his commentary and started to attack him, and some people. There are some other people though who are praising the guy, like for being a hot looking. I don't know. I don't think so. Like, oh, he's handsome, right? Some people say that. And oh, his father is a surgeon, and and also the guy spent because of the father's job. He spent years in, I guess, like growing up. He was in London, so he speaks English. And then he graduated from Kansai Gaidai and then went into the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and then blah, 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 like all the good things, like made a list to praise him. And then other trolls, against him who didn't like his commentary and so on. He's like, oh, his father is a surgeon and he didn't even go to, and then he went to Kansai Gaidai, the university, like, he's not even smart. Like the university is like F ranked university, but it's not. It's not my university. It's not smart. Like as for like bureaucrats and politicians and so on, most of them go to the really, really difficult, like the top level university. So compared to that, it's stupid, but it's regularly, if you talk about the general society, it's not that bad, But because of that guy, now my university is attacked, and I feel really bad. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Is he officially in Sanseito? I heard that he was supported by Sanseito. I don't know. 98%. Yeah. Yes. And there are more foreigners living here, but they're here for temporarily. They might come back though, but yeah. But I mean, Japanese people too are studying abroad, and some people work for a little bit overseas and come back and so on. So we are doing the same thing to each other, So I hope that people think more flexibly, or that they just like I can understand the rejection, but at the same time my Japanese side is like looking at it as that the pretty much the same as what LDP is trying to do, that what we need is order. Those foreigners living here, like we don't reject foreigners, like of course our population, ideally it would be better if all of us are Japanese, because it's easier, like less verbal communication and we can just telepathy, right? Like we know each other, so it's easier and more peaceful. But foreigners are cool too, and we learn a lot from each other. But what's difficult is that there are some people who do not respect our culture, and those who do not, like they don't, like they have a low EQ, that they don't understand people's emotions and so on. So yeah, that can be tricky, but we are gonna put all the people, in, like if they are young, they're gonna be educated in Japanese compulsory schools, that they're gonna get our compulsory education, so that they will learn like that, like us. So hopefully it will work. I see Japanese people online saying Chinese people in Japan doesn't respect Japanese culture. Yeah, not all of them, but because I say that because I know Chinese people in Japan, we do protest together and so on. But at the same time, some people point out that those good Chinese people are actually the super minority of the Chinese population who do not actually represent China, if you know what I mean. So I don't know. Yeah. Well, the problem of Chinese people in Japan, like immigrant type of Chinese people, is that they are the new people that are coming in from China, they are super rich, super rich, but because China's economy is now bad and unstable, they come to Japan because they think that Japan is just another place. They don't think about Japan as a country. They're educated, they're brainwashed since the early age that Japan is a tiny country, it's just a place for them, like Japanese people are stupid or monkeys or whatever. They learn that in like early on, and they're brainwashed. So they come here, and I don't know how many of them still believe that sort of things, but Chinese people are everywhere on earth, right? And what they do is they create their own community. So what happens, at least in Japan, is that there are Chinese town, like Chinatown and so on in Japan already. So they come using their Chinese business, like Chinese airplanes and so on, land in Japan, and they use their own taxi, and that they don't drop the money to Japanese taxi service, and then they go to eat at Chinese restaurants owned by Chinese people, and then they go to the hotels run by Chinese people, and so they don't drop the money in Japan. So that's a problem that we are seeing recently. And what else? And yeah, those brainwashed type of Chinese people sometimes commit crimes in Japan, like just like giving, like sculpting graffiti in Yasukuni Shrine, like politically, like it's not a controversial, but like China that just make it so. Like China just bashes our Yasukuni Shrine, which is like, for Americans it would be like Arlington Cemetery, for example, that our people who dedicated their lives literally to our country, their spirits go there. So it's such an important place for us. And Chinese people, they think that Japanese people who served the country back then, like especially during the World War II, are like war criminals, they say, and that's why like they think that it's justice to like vandalize the shrine and so on, and they get caught. Sometimes they get caught, but they just do it quickly and then go back to China to try to escape the crime and so on. Yeah, so that's really terrible. Yeah. And their cultural difference, of course, is difficult because the eating manners are different, and yeah, like some people are not hygienic, and that often catches our attention. But it's difficult to talk about China or countries like India because the population is just so big that you can't generalize everyone, if you know what I mean. Yeah, but stuff like that. Anyway, it's 4:30. Should I go on? Anything to talk about? I've been talking for an hour and a half. Yes. Yes. What else? What else? なんか話すことありますかね? My husband is laying down. Oh, by the way, speaking of Chinese people, there were this international crime, like these, I don't know if it's one or two Chinese guys, formed a team with Japanese mafia people, probably mafia related. And like they were in a like Chinese and Japanese, so that's kind of weird. So my guess is like Japanese guys could be like naturalized Chinese or something, like who knows, but Japanese and Chinese formed a team together to attack recently those who were carrying a lot of money out of the bank. They stole the money and went to the airport to fly to China, but in the airport they tried to commit, like they tried to get extra money and they failed, and then They went to, did you go to Hong Kong? I think like they went to Hong Kong or somewhere, and then they attacked somewhere, the play like some place, and then they got caught. But it's so weird. I didn't know that Japanese and Chinese can work together like that. Yes. As for consumption tax, reducing consumption tax, Prime Minister Takaichi is like, she's leaning in, she wants to do it. But we keep talking, as for our election, we keep talking about consumption tax, but people are pointing out, there are people pointing out that the real issue is our social, what's that word? Social, like insurance money, like national insurance money. Oh, sleepy. I hear somebody. I was just thinking about it. 誰だろうねあれ。誰だろうね選挙カー。選挙カーが通りよ。In Japan, when we go into election campaign, like a campaign period, what we do is we can give out flyers if it has the authorized stickers on the flyer, and also we get into our official candidate's car with big name on it. I'm exactly hearing that right now. 誰？わからんね。So we have an election car. So single district. Nasさん。So single district. We have a car, and usually it has like a big sign with a name. If it was me, it would be like, there will be a car, and then there will be this big banner there, which can put like electricity inside, so it kind of shines at night. And yeah, name, and then you can have a microphone and scream, basically like, hello, I am this candidate, my name is this, I'm running for this election, please give your vote to me, kind of thing. It is so fun. If you're not part of that team, whichever team that is, if you don't do the volunteer work or anything, then it's just annoying, it's just loud, all day long, like from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Those cars are running around in entire Japan. It can be loud if they come closer to where you live. But if you're part of the team, like I, for example, I get to do it because I have the ability, like, like, something, like I use this professional voice, the very feminine voice, which is different from my speaking voice. And then, I say like, we are this party, our candidate is this guy, he's trying to do this, please, his name is this, and we emphasize and do it. And your voice echoes throughout your neighborhood or wherever you are going through in the car. So fun. And you wave to the people, hello, we are this. And then they're like, yay! So we are like, yay, thank you. So fun. That's how you get votes. That's like a brushing, like the last brushing though, because before the election campaign, you are supposed to be contributing to your like a district in the first place. You're supposed to be serving, and as a result you should run. But yeah, like to do the activities, to sell your name and so on. So yeah, but people haven't decided, like many people haven't decided who to vote for. So it's good that we use cars and so on, because our life have changed though. It's got more modernized, and so some people are complaining that those cars are loud and annoying, but yeah, we shouldn't stop that. Anyway, I heard abolishing the consumption tax will make the yen more weaker. Yeah, like you can't really, like it will have some effects, but good effects, but it's not enough, you know? Yeah. But Takaichi's plan, I think LDP is only trying to cut the consumption tax of the foods, foods only. So other things are the other same. But foods only is it 2%? Is it 0 or 2? I don't remember. But cut it, foods only. Democratic Party for the People, they are cutting, they say like, they also have like a period, like a term that they're going to cut, but they will cut it to 5% because it's 10% now. So 5% and so on. Yeah. Is it true that Takaichi is popular with young people? Yes. Yes, you are really, really correct. That's correct. But elderly people, like my parents' age, like 60s, 70s, those people like her as well, because it's not the mainstream media are left biased. So what that means is that they don't want to recognize Takaichi as a female leader, the first ever Japanese female prime minister. But the left bias media outlets, they don't want to say that, because she doesn't represent them, their favorite kind of females, So Takaichi is not one for them. So that's why they don't say it. But to the public, ordinary people just look at Takaichi, and she's a successful, like she was born into a normal householding, and she just step by step, like she approached to the career, like she built the career and became the prime minister. Such a successful story, and we all see that, even though she has a disease, and her body aches and so on, she doesn't even sleep much at all, and she's tackling all these issues, and she is such a responsible person, and we can see how hard she works. So especially the older generation, like elderly females, to women, women can see how hard it is to just work in the field of like men dominated. Oh, another car. Like I was hearing election car. Democratic Party for the People too should be running around like today. I saw their schedule. Yeah. It's fun. Like I love election time. Yeah. But young people somehow like Takaichi too. I think it's just gives hope to young people that anything is possible, and that Takaichi just looks different, of course, from the rest of like past leaders. It's like our atmosphere is just so new, like it's refreshing, and so we want to ride on this wave, like a new wave, if you know what I mean. So yeah, and then so it's called like a sanae activity or sanae like a support activity, you know, that meaning that some people want to use the same bag that she's using, like this specific brand, you know, their bags are, you have to wait for a couple months or maybe a year, like it's sold so well because they want to use the same thing. And it kind of happens with Princess Kako, who we talked about earlier too, that she's wearing a cute dress, people want to buy it, you know, it gets sold out kind of thing. So in that case, like she wears something from the affected the company that makes stuff located in affected areas of earthquakes and so on, you know, so that helps the local area too. But anyway, as for Takaichi, she's doing similar things, you know, but I think she's just doing it naturally because people give stuff to her because she's a powerful politician, you know. So one day when she was moving into her new residency, like official residence building, you know, for prime ministers, she was wearing. It was recently, you know, like it's the middle of the winter. It must have been like the when the new year came, you know. She was wearing casual clothes, and then she was wearing like a sandals, you know, like a Japanese style, but it's like it was like a pair of sandals. Like if you're just like you are on a beach and we are like, what is she wearing, you know? And some people detected what it was, and then later the brand showed on Instagram like, oh, it's actually our, like, you are right, like it's our product. And then that gets sold well, and then people noticed early on too, like what kind of pen she's using when she's taking notes while listening to the press questions and so on. I happen to have the same pen because my mom gave it to me a long time ago. But yeah, it's Mitsubishi Gel Ink pen, like regular pen. It's just only like 1,500 yen, so 1,500 yen. So it's not that expensive, and but it's really good, you know, easy to write, and your like writing looks good and so on. So people want to just do stuff like that. So and young people, I think, are enjoying that sort of like supporting activities of her. Yeah, Japan's election is the same way as Artemis 2 rocket to the moon. What? The same day? Oh, you mean voting day? Huh. That's cool. It could be good luck. Like it's like a meaning that it's a historical day. Yeah, we also have elections in France, but in May for mayors. Oh, I see. Japan has many elections. We have like somebody was comparing like how often we have elections compared to other countries. We are always having elections because our prime minister can dissolve the House of Representatives. House of Councilors is 6-year term, so it's every 6 years. But House of Representatives, lower house, it gets dissolved randomly. So we are busy with the elections, and also for the local elections, it's every 4 years. Yeah, so yeah, and governor and so on. 知事選はどういうスパンでやるの？何年周期？4年。あ、同じか。Governors too, 4 years. Yeah. And House of Councilor, upper house, by the way, it's 6-year term, but you can't you can't do all the people all at once. So half of the people are done in this period, and then another after 3 years. Oh, American senator is the same, kind of like 1/3 every time. For us, it's half. for us. Takaichi used to be a heavy metal drummer. Yes, she is. And she was just playing drums with the South Korean new South Korean president. Yeah. Did it happen in Japan? He came here, right? Yeah. They played drums together, and it was the first time for the South Korean president to play that. But yeah, I love heavy metal too. I'm a metalhead. I was listening to the old tune though, like a new metal. Do you guys know Seven Dust? It's called Praise, I think. I was listening to that yesterday. Well, I can't sing. I always sing the intro instead of the main chorus. Good song. It was so early 2000 and it was cool. I like Slipknot, Linkin Park, Evanescence, that sort of new metal, and also just regular heavy metal too. And when I was depressed, I used to listen to death metal. When you're depressed, you want something like a stimulus, and I was listening to really technical stuff, and I was trying to play that on piano. But Takaichi, I think she is more authentic, regular metal, like Japanese metal though. If you want random, vote Yoko. Yes. If I were to run, it would sound like, oh, I'm random Yoko. I'm so random. Please give me your random vote to me. If anyone rode around yelling their names from a car, they would be arrested for disturbing the peace, which is against the law. The police will ticket people if the car radio is too loud. Oh yeah. Japan knows that we are going to Jammu next week. Yeah. As for the cars, it was kind of getting people's attention, like so basically during the election period, the election cars, we can ignore all the laws on the street. So as long as we are not in the way of other cars, because often there are a little bit of space where you can park, like a little to the side of where the cars are going. So you can stop randomly and then have a microphone and just start talking, as long as you have a specific thing that you are supposed to hold and so on. So you can use your microphone at random places. And also, what was coming to our attention is that, should we wear a seatbelt? This one of the candidates, like a very famous guy, conservative guy, was talking about it, like, because it's kind of a vague, like kind of gray, that we are supposed to wear seatbelt, but election is like it's a special thing. And election cars are usually not fast too, because we are trying to speak to the people in the houses. So what happens is, and also like the candidate, there are staffs in the back and the driver too, but the candidate usually sits in the front. And then whenever they see some people walking, and if they wave at you and so on, showing interest in you, he or she will get out of the car and go to the people and give out the flyer and have a handshake and so on. So you gotta go on and off the car often, and sometimes the staff sitting on the back too have to follow him and so on too. So if the seatbelt was here, it's so annoying, right? Yeah. So, and it's a special case that we can be crazy. So, yeah. my husband has run for elections too, like a national level. He didn't make it, but one this party that we are part of, like each it changed the name one after another. But there was a time that we belonged to so-called Nippon no Kokoro, Japan's Kokoro, like heart. Uh, a spirit, is it spirit? Yeah, it's kokoro, right? Kokoro. Like we can't translate kokoro into English. The concept is so Japanese that it cannot be translated in English. That was the opinion of the party leader, the female party leader, conservative leader. But anyway, Japan's Kokoro party, we were part of it, right? And my husband had to run for the party to get a proportional representation votes. We needed somebody running in the district, so he ran. And then the party at the time had a song. They had an official song, professionally recorded too. But it sounded so stupid, It's like a kind of traditional sounding, and it's a male singing. Nippon no kokoro, Nippon no kokoro, Nippon no kokoro, 大切にすると. And the brainwashing song. We were a team, the driver and candidate, my husband and I was. We had a very big car too, like a van, and then a massive sticker of our party leader, on the side, and then on the top like Nippon no Kokoro, Japan's Kokoro. And then we played the music massively, Nippon no Kokoro, We didn't sing it; it was a recorded thing. But we just circled around the city so much that when the party leader came to support us, like support my husband, like that's what the party leaders do nationwide. When she came to our district, uh, she went to arrived in the airport. She got into a random taxi, and then she asked the driver about the election, like, oh, what do you think? Just to get the locals' opinion and so on, to see how things are going. And then I guess that she introduced herself to the driver, and the driver said, "Oh, I know your song, your party song." Because we were running in the car in the city for such a long time, like all day long for many, many days. The driver had listened to the song, and she was surprised that her party had a recognition. Yeah, good times. It was so fun. Yeah. Yoko, when will you run for office? I ran 3 times myself. Really? You did? What level? Like city or national thing? That's cool. But yeah, no, I would never run to be a politician. No, I love my country and I would want to serve, but not in that way. I need my freedom, and I need to be random. My sleeping schedule has to be random. I need to sleep, or else my body doesn't function. So sleep over my country. I wish I could live without long sleep, but I think it's just how my body is wired. Like if I don't sleep, I start bleeding from everywhere. Like I have a slow recovery, I think. So that's why if I can wake up early in the morning, I would. But it's since growing up too, like I was always a night owl, so I can't live in the society. I'm a creator type, so yeah. But when election term period comes, it's only like less than 2 weeks. Like this time, I think it's 12 days. So it's a short period, so I can go in if I want to help. So 10% of battery. I need to go soon. Yeah, I've been speaking for 2 hours. Yeah, if let's see, video game question. Do you like Killer 7? I don't know that game. Sorry, I wish I knew. Like Scandinavian death metal. Isn't it more like black metal? Scandinavian metal is most likely black metal. I liked death metal. Usually, as for death metal, I think I was listening to American. Was it Decapitated? Or Cannibal Corpse? Aren't they American? all, the metal, all the metal band names are so like hardcore. Yeah, it's so like what you call like very not vicious but like brutal. Plug it in with USB. I have but then my audio will go bad. I mean, I do have a charger. I can do it, and if I connect with USB, the volume gets really lower, that you can't hear, according to you guys. So, yeah, Suda, both of Grasshopper manufacturer. It was released first on GameCube. Cool. I wish I knew. What is your prediction this week, especially for elections? I have no idea, but I hope that Takaichi wins by landslide. That would be really great to see. And I really hope that the other ruling party, Ishin too, the Innovation Party, gets seats as well. Because some are saying that their seats will be reduced, but yeah, should be somewhat the same though. And then Democratic Party for the People, I want them to become the biggest opposition party, but probably not this time because they don't have enough candidates. Like they kind of have candidates, but not in the district that they could win. But Kyushu might do well as for them, so I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of tricky because we have proportional representation too. Yeah, but yeah, but next week though, I think I will have a live stream and then go vote. So I can let you know. And anything else this week? Starmer came, and that's the only diplomatic thing too. So maybe like heavy snow. That's what I'm concerned about because there are regions with lots of heavy snow in Japan, and it's I really hope that they will stay safe because if anybody dies or something, I mean they might be, but it does happen, but like not in a if there's anything big, then Takaichi might get accused of, especially on voting day, if somebody gets into an accident or something, they'll be bad. So I hope that everyone will stay safe. Yes. Can you see other parties submitted candidates? Can you see if all the parties submitted candidates? Most times we don't even have candidates running. Yeah, all parties have. All parties have. And also even there are this one other, like aside from centrist reform alliance, there's one other party too, with a conspiracy theorist. I hope he loses his seat in Saga Prefecture. The other guy is okay, but yeah, new parties. Polling location. Can you get ballots mailed to you? Yes, mailed to us, but we have all the ID at city halls in all Japan. So like you can't fake it. You can never fake it. and then you take it to the polling place and then give it to them, but also say your like a identification information. And yeah, recently it's becoming a little easier, so I'm a little concerned, but still, like, we can tell because our city halls and everything, like our authorities have all the information about our individual, like everybody's information, so you can't fake it in Japan. Our system is pretty good, so I hope that like America could do the same if we can do it. So yeah, as long as you can make those protesters shut up, yeah, you have the ability, you just have noisy people. Anyway, before my battery dies, I should go, right? Yeah, もう電池切れるからね。いいかな。よし。Yosh. Yosh is like good, okay. Yosh. But also like yes, yosh. It's useful, you should use it. Okay. Thank you, Japan, for making some of the best video games ever. Thank you for playing it. Oh, last super chat, extra super chat. Oh, thank you so much, me. So trust. Thank you so much. One more super. Watch out for brown bears and stay warm, Japan. Thank you. Not my area. Bears don't live on this island, so. But we have monkeys. Monkeys can be dangerous too. The future looks bright. Yes. Yes. Bright future. Let's hope that everything works out and Japan becomes stronger so that we can help you more, in our alliance and friendly relationships. Yes, it would be great if Japan becomes stronger. We are good people, like me. So you will enjoy us. So wish us luck. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna miss you guys. Survive this week. If I get lucky, then I might do an extra live stream, but during the weekday, but we will see. Okay. Walked in electronics office, I could search for people's signatures. What? But we don't use signature. We don't have signature culture though. People forge. Yeah. I don't know how our country works well. Yeah. Okay, 5%. Okay, I should go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for especially Miso Trash and Matt too earlier. And sorry if I don't remember everybody's name, but thank you. I appreciate your support. Okay, Onikto, thank you. Matanya, nya. I keep joining at the end. At least you call me live. Thank you so much. That's so funny. I should remember your name. Judges. Okay. Maybe next week too. Okay, thank you. Have a good night, okay? Sleep well. Or have a good day. Okay. Bye. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Bye. Oyasumi. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.